Friends. Thank you, Lydia. So let's finish arriving. Does everyone have a flower? You are going to need a flower. If you don't have a flower, let's see. Sandy, do you think, or Leslie, can you grab some of the flowers from the foyer and just bring them through? Today is Flower Communion. It is an old, 100-year-old Unitarian celebration. And your presence, who you are, your personhood, gets represented in this ritual with a flower. So we have flowers for those who do not have flowers so that you can participate in what's going on. So as Sandy and Leslie are going to come by with flowers in just a moment. Here they come. And while they're doing that, let's take 3 breaths and land in this moment. All right, in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Welcome, friends. It is so good to be here together.
Good morning. Oh, that was pitiful.
Try again.
Try again. Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go.
There we go.
I am delighted to welcome you to this special place. My name is Mike Owens. I use the pronouns he and him. And along with Sandy Prince, I have the delight of being one of your worship associates this morning. Also participating in our service, of course, is our minister, Reverend Gale Lindsay Mariner, our pianist, Lydia Madrick, and Lynn Raymond. We have a duo there. And musician Dirk Askin. We're also grateful to our tech team of Michael Morford, John Lehman, Jim Asparo, Robert Reynolds, and Jim Kramer, who enable us to reach you all wherever you happen to be. To our live stream host, Charlie Batista, who keeps track of comments that come in during the service. To our staff of Aaron Levantman, Mary Kurtz, and Douglas Kramer. To our greeters and welcomers, parking lot attendants, coffee makers, snack slicers, and everyone else who helped make this morning happen. We're going to continue now with a song, Man in the Moon, performed by Dirk.
Before we do, you are not visible to a quarter of the congregation. Mike, come around this way. I'm going to lift up the top part of the bouquet, and you're going to take the bottom part out. Thump. That's heavy. I think that gives at least a few more people at least the ability to see your head.
I'm assuming that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
I came from the land of the long grass and gorse. I flew with the eagle and I ran with the horse. And I played with the wild wind that whistled its tune. I ebbed with the ocean and I slept in the moon. And you brought me down gently, you brought me down clean. You fed me the summer, you fed me your dreams. Your hands held the wound, and heart healed the pain. And your eyes stole the light of the moon as it waned. We journeyed the moorlands and oceans of blue. We slept with the dawn and we rose with the dew. And we sang with the breezes of the year to be born. We lay in the long grass when the scythe took the corn. And you brought me down gently, you brought me down clean. You fed me the summer, you fed me your dreams. Your hands held the wound, and heart healed the pain. And your eyes stole the light of the moon as it waned. I will fall with the leaves, I'll turn with the land. I'll chill with the first frost that stings on your hand. But I gathered the seeds from the gorse and the broom. I'll lay them forever, said the man in the moon. And you brought me down gently, you brought me down clean. You fed me the summer, you fed me your dreams. Your hands held the wound, and heart healed the pain. And your eyes stole the light of the moon as it waned.
Thank you, Dirk. Our opening words come from Galway Canal. The bud stands for all things, even for those that do not flower. For everything flowers from within of self-blessing, although sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing or a person their loveliness.
Our words lighting our chalice come from June Jordan. I am a stranger, learning to worship the strangers around me. Whoever you are, whoever I may become. One symbol of the potential priesthood and prophethood of all believers is a very simple ceremony held each spring in many of our congregations, the Flower Communion. It comes to us from what was, before World War II, the largest Unitarian congregation in the world, in Prague, Czechoslovakia. In the 1920s, the minister there, Norbert Capek, designed this communion to include everyone, Protestant, Catholic, Jew, or agnostic. Each worshiper is invited to bring a flower or a bit of greenery to church, or is provided with one on arrival. Each contribution, like the participants, is quite unique. In the course of the service, the flowers are collected, blessed with a prayer written by Capek, and then redistributed. Everyone leaves with a bit of beauty brought by someone else. Capek publicly opposed the Nazis and died at Dachau. His congregation today is a struggling remnant. The Flower Communion remains. It reminds us of the perishable gifts each of us brings to encourage, include, and inspire one another. It perpetuates his memory and that of those and other martyrs, and helps renew our awareness of all those known and unknown, remembered and forgotten, who are even now true servants of humankind.
So this is a complex bit of choreography for Unitarian Universalists. What we're going to do is so imagine that this divides in half here, okay? If you're on this side of the room, you're going to come up along this outside wall with your flower, and bring it over here and stick it in the vase. And then you're going to go back to your seat along this aisle. Now, what that means, if you're on this half of this, you're going to go to the back before you come to the front, all right? Now, you might, if you're in the front, you can sneak in on that side aisle, okay? This half, we do the same thing, but the opposite way, right? The folks who are in these, if you're in the middle row, you just get your free choice. You can go whichever. But these two, you go to the back toward the treehouse, past Charlie, and come all the way down the side, okay? If you can get to the side on your own, you just go to the side and come forward, all right? And when you get to the front, you're going to take that flower that you brought, and you're going to put it in the bouquet. Now, we don't do joys and sorrows on Flower Communion Sunday, typically, but there are two families that we need to hold in our hearts. One has a deep sorrow. You will notice that Katie Yonda and her mother Susan are not here today. They are not here because Katie's brother Mark died very early this morning. And our hearts go out to them. So we're putting a flower in their family. It's got lots of buds. The other is a joy. The two younger Guevara children, Sophia and Leo, turned 15 today, and their older brother Mateo graduated from high school earlier this week. So we have 3 flowers that I'm adding for them. And then just because I'm already up here and this rose has thorns, I'm going to put my rose in. Maybe I'll do it on the back since I can reach back here. Now, you figured out the choreography. The next piece is that we sing while we walk. All right? If you're not awake now, you will be by the end of this. And we sing something that's very easy. It's in your hymnal if you want to look at the words. It's actually number 392, How Good It Is and How Lovely for People to Meet Together. And we just sing it over and over and over again. You want to play it for us, Lydia, one time through? How good it is and how lovely for people to meet together. How good it is and how lovely people to meet together. Good and lovely people to meet together. Good and pleasant people Go any further, this is an incredible, the Flower Communion bouquet is always incredible, but I got to turn this around so you can see how spectacular it is all the way around. So I had a book on flower arranging once that said you need a frame in a bouquet, some sturdy things like the little twiggy things that Veda put in to start it. You need filler. That's the fluffy stuff. You need something that will be your focal point. And friends, I think we're all focal point in this bouquet. And then, of course, you need a few things that are the flutters, the bright, distracting things that kind of are out on the edge, but get everybody's attention. And I want to offer that we are like these flowers, right? Some of us are the frame, the sturdy backbone of the congregation. Some of us are the focal flowers. We're standing out and shining and taking leadership roles and doing the teaching. Some of us are the filler. We bring the cookies for the potluck and put away the chairs. And a few of us are the flutters. We're the ones that are out there keeping everything sparkly. What a beautiful bouquet. All right, let's see what was supposed to come next. So let's take a minute and enter a sense of centeredness and calm, a sense of meditation. Go ahead and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Let your body relax. Let your thoughts drift. Feel your heart and your body soften. Let go of that tension and anxiety and worry at the world that you've been carrying. And let your heart open and expand. Breathe and feel yourself held by this community the same way that the flowers are held in the vase. Feel yourself nourished by this community the same way the flowers are fed by the water in the bowl. As we sit together in this quiet place on this Sunday morning, know that the joys and sorrows you carry, the worries and concerns, the challenges, are not something you have to carry alone. You are held in the affection and respect of all the people who are in this room and all those who join us online. Breathe. Capek wrote a blessing for the flowers 100 years ago when he created this ritual. I'm going to read it now. Spirit of life, bless these flowers as messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us that despite our diversity of gifts and needs and perspectives, we are one community. And in our diversity lies our beauty and our strength. May these flowers remind us of the value of companionship, of doing and sharing with one another, of caring for and learning from one another. May they prompt us to cherish friendship as one of life's most precious gifts. May we value one another's gifts and recognize that all of our contributions, great and small, are needed and valued and beautiful. Spirit of life, may we bloom as these flowers bloom, and bless one another and the world with our beauty. Amen.
You can try, but you'll never understand this feeling I have inside. It is with me in the darkest hours and in the quietest moments. I am a gale, so gentle and proud. I trust in God and my people. I will follow you through the mists of time till we meet again in the land of my ancestors. I know that where I go in this world, that I am not alone. You and my friends are with me always, and I will be safe with this feeling inside. I am a gale, so gentle and proud. I trust in God and my people. I will follow you through the mists of time till we meet again in the land of my ancestors. It is in my heart and it is on my breath, the love that I have for you. Can you feel it? It protects me when I'm weak, and it gives me strength whenever I'm feeling tired. I am a gale, so gentle and proud. I trust in God and my people. I will follow you through the mists of time till we meet again in the land of my ancestors. People try to do me harm, but they know they never can. Not when I have you with me. Stand by my side and never forsake me, and guide me forever. the gale, so gentle and proud. I trust in God and my people. I will follow you through the mists of time till we meet again in the land of my ancestors. Till we meet again in the land of my ancestors.
Amen. So, diversity in community. This is the challenge. To weave our diversity into community, to take the various disparate gifts of a group of more or less radical individualists and to weave all of those gifts into something beautiful and life-sustaining. It's a tension that we live in, wanting our unique talents to be recognized and celebrated, wanting our particular visions for the future to be appreciated and supported by others, wanting whatever it is that we as individuals want, and hoping that we can find it here, that others in this community will have what we are looking for in abundance and will be willing to share. Or that if they don't, that together we can create something that is bigger than any of us. The Flower Communion Bouquet is a peculiar kind of flower arrangement because you really can't plan it out in advance. Those of us who are here create the scaffold, the greenery. But we have no idea, really, what the rest of you will bring. It makes no sense, then, for me to insist that this year we only want roses for the bouquet. Or any more than it makes sense for any of us to expect that somehow the community is always going to give us exactly what we ask for. It makes no sense to expect a singular vision of what our congregation ought to look like, or to insist on a singular understanding of what our work in the world ought to be in this moment. Everything depends on who is here this morning. Everything depends on the gifts that we have brought to share with one another. And so the Flower Communion Bouquet requires trust. I have to let go of my attachment to a particular floral outcome or a particular color scheme and trust that what will happen will be beautiful. The vase, the water, and the foliage frame we can provide. The rest is up to the gathered community. Being part of a community, being part of a congregation requires a similar kind of trust. The vase and the water and the foliage, the building and the staff and some of the programming are provided, but everything else, my friends, is up to you. Now, interestingly, it is rarely the bringing of flowers that is the challenge in this ritual. Yes, some of us bring flamboyant things, some bring odd or modest things, some forget to bring anything and borrow something that somebody else has in abundance. Every once in a while, somebody brings something with thorns or something that we probably need to be careful of because it's a little bit dangerous. But then, that's true of people, right? Some of us are flamboyant. Some of us are a little odd. Some of us are rather modest. And some of us, well, we need good boundaries. Everyone can contribute. That's the easy part. It's the receiving part that trips us up. You see, in the Flower Communion, as in our life together, we can usually control what we contribute, but we don't get to choose what we are offered, right? We don't get to choose what we are offered. I might really, really want a particular orchid or iris or rose. And when I come up to the front, what I might end up getting is a little sprig from the greenery, because that's just what happens to be in the offerer's hand at the time I show up. And it's not because you or I are any less important, or that the person who gets the beautiful fragrant rose or the lovely Roselia here, that they're particularly important. It's just that that's how it happened. That's how it works in the potluck too, right? Some folks get the goodies and some folks time it so they come by when the table is just being refilled, because usually we have so much on the table that there's a bunch of it left in the kitchen that gets brought out later. It's not because you're important, it's just how you show up in the line. Community is like that. We offer what we can, when we can, from our own abundance. And we trust that others will offer what we need, when we need it. And somehow, in that giving and receiving, something spectacular, life-affirming, and beautiful is always created. So here's what's going to happen. Adam is going to come up and do our offering words. We're going to take our regular Sunday offering, and then we're going to receive the flowers. We're going to distribute the flowers again. We do that the same way we gathered the flowers, but I forgot to tell you something really important. I'll cue your row when to stand up and go to the side. That way you can sit longer than you have to stand against the wall, all right? So Adam, where is Adam? There he is.
Good morning. I'm Adam Wasserman, and I'm a member of your board. So typically, as the board member sort of, asking for the offering, I would give you a quick rundown on some of the things that the board is up to and the state of affairs in, important parts of the church. But today is a particular eventful day. It's the day of our congregational annual meeting. And if, as I hope many of you will be staying around for that after the service, if you do, you will get a quite in-depth and detailed rundown of the state of affairs in the congregation, including our financial situation. And I don't want to, bore you with things that you're probably going to hear later. But I know, just in case some of you can't stay for that, or you just are on tenterhooks, I'm going to give you a very quick summary, spoiler alert, about what you're going to hear. It's pretty good. So I think nothing is perfect, and so there are things that you'll hear that, to think about and think about doing more of and better of. But basically, our congregation and our finances in particular are in pretty good shape due to a combination of some serendipity as well, but particularly your generosity. And so in that spirit, I'd like to now ask, we'll send around the basket and ask for your continued generosity.
All right. So, Sandy and Mike, come on up. If everyone would open your hymnal to De Colores, which is, what number is it, Lydia? 305. We're going to sing just the first verse. We're going to sing it through once, and then if you are seated in the chair, you're going to keep singing. And then, when I cue you to stand up, you can either keep singing or you can stop singing. And you're going to walk to the front, and you're going to receive a flower. This side will receive a flower from Sandy. This side will receive a flower from Mike. And then you go back to your seat. It should be pretty simple compared to the last time around. So, I have one thing. If you decide to share those, wrap them in that. So we have a spectacular flower here, which is Sacred Datura here, grows here in New Mexico, and as a holy flower, it's the white trumpet flower that George O'Keeffe planted. It's sacred because it's a hallucinogenic, and so we want to be very gentle when we handle it. It is this white trumpet flower right here. We want to handle it with respect and a little extra care. There are people like that in our community, right? Who need to be handled with respect and a little extra care, maybe because they see visions, or maybe just because they walk to a different drummer. So that's why I'm handing Sandy some little paper towels here to wrap around it. I noticed the person who brought it in had it wrapped in tinfoil, so that was good. All right, let's sing it through once. First verse only, one time through, and then we're going to keep playing. Sun. It is in your hymnal. Did you guys get flowers? You did? Okay. So is there anyone who has not received a flower because they didn't come up? Because in this community, we bring the flowers to you if you need them. All right. Now here's the amazing thing, the flower communion miracle. We've given all the flowers out, and there's still some left. Those are the gifts that we would then take out and share with the larger world. So that's how it works. We bring our gifts, we share them with each other, and somehow, and this is very cogent on annual meeting Sunday, it is not an accident. Somehow, we always have just a bit more than we actually need. And not just because I'm turning 65 this year and that helped the budget.
Our words to extinguish our chalice come from the Navajo Indians of North America. Beauty is before me and beauty behind me. Above me and below me hovers the beautiful. I am surrounded by it. I am immersed in it. In my youth, I was aware of it, and in old age, I shall walk quietly the beautiful trail. In beauty, it is begun. In beauty, it is ended.
I want to invite you to read that again, do it call response, but I want to change it from a singular pronoun to plural. Beauty is before us.
Beauty is before us.
And beauty is behind us.
And beauty is behind us.
Above us and below us.
Above us and below us.
Hovers the beautiful.
Hovers the beautiful.
We are surrounded by it.
We are surrounded by it.
We are immersed in it.
We are immersed in it.
In our youth, we are aware of it.
In our youth, we are aware of it.
And in our old age, we walk quietly the beautiful trail.
And in our old age, we walk quietly the beautiful trail.
In beauty it is begun.
In beauty it is begun.
And in beauty it is ended.
And in beauty it is ended.
Arise, a new day is dawning. In the embrace of this sacred land, we hold now and tomorrow all our relations within our hands. This is our home, sound the drums. We won't let go, whatever comes. We are standing in the homeland, standing in the homeland. We are many tongues and colors, many tribes, and yet we love whom we choose. We see the value in wisdom. Take counsel from the learned and not from fools. This is our home, sound the drums. We won't let go, whatever comes. We are standing in the homeland, standing in the homeland. Abide, a people of freedom, tempered by justice, set in stone. Where those who fall on misfortune need not face hardship all on their own. This is our home, sound the drums. We won't let go, whatever comes. We are standing in the homeland, standing in the homeland. They'll come, those blind to conscience, who defile what is sacred and break what is true. Yes, so when the skies fill with lightning, standing shoulder to shoulder, we'll see it through. This is our home, sounds of drums. We won't let go, whatever comes. We are standing in the homeland, standing in the homeland, standing in the homeland.
So, 2 announcements. There's food out there. There are also people out there who will give you directions. I think we have lines on both sides of the tables so you can move through more quickly. And I think we talked about having empty vases on the tables where you can stick your flowers so they don't wilt between now and the time you get home. So, the other thing that's out in the foyer, someplace, is a sign-up sheet for Pride. We have a marching entry, and we are also sponsors for the Pride Parade. So it would be nice if we had a good contingent of walkers. Sign up so we know how much more we need to bug you, okay? To get you to be there. And now if you would, grab hands with somebody who's near you. Come right out front here, up. Can we do this, Mike? Can we get in front of the flowers? There we go. And if you would, repeat after me. May love and skill be in our hands.
May love and skill be in our hands.
May love and courage fill our hearts.
May love and courage fill our hearts.
May love and wisdom light our minds.
May love and wisdom light our minds.
May love flow through us and walk among us.
May love flow through us and walk among us.
As we live our lives and work to heal our world.
As we live our lives and work to heal our world.
Amen, shalom, namaste, blessed be. Assalamu alaikum, ashe, aho. Aho. So greet your neighbor. Thank you for joining us today, friends. We hope that you enjoyed today's service. Please take a little time and explore our website and visit our online welcome table if you'd like to know more about us. Otherwise, we'll see you next Sunday morning. Stay in touch and be well.